Didn't know the microphone is muted. That's pretty cool. But basically I'm just making this so I can watch it later. Because I don't want to use the storage on my PlayStation to hold the video. And this will just post it to YouTube. So yeah. I also don't really know how to post anything to YouTube, so what I'm basically doing is I do this little strat where I live close to a lush cave, and then I farm the clay for emeralds and XP. It is the easiest strat in the game. Infinite XP, infinite emeralds. You can build an emerald beacon eventually. It's like the easiest way to play the game. Actually, a cheat code no one knows about.
okay? That's how I feel about Skylar White, okay? But the truth is, bro, he loses a lot of his justifications within the first couple of episodes because you find out that
This water is so annoying, dude.
feel wronged by, offered to pay for not just his cancer treatment, but if he were to go, they are going to take care of his family. And the truth is, dude, I said this back then, I'm going to say it again. If you feel like somebody has wronged you in the past, but you're still going to be by them, you only have a few choices. Either cut them off, don't waste any more time. If he's like a friend of yours, be like, bro, I'm sorry, you fucked me over one too many times, I'm good.
Oh, fuck. I made 10
crafting tables. If you're going to keep them around and be passive-aggressive towards them, give them a chance to earn back trust. Give them a chance to get redemption. If I'm in Walter White's shoes, oh yeah, bro, you wronged me out of a business deal. You may, like, while you view it or not, I feel as though that you robbed me of billions of dollars. I am on my deathbed, and I am asking you as an ex-friend, I want you to help me with my cancer, and I want you, if I were to go, take care of my family. I don't care. You can make this a whole pity thing where you're going to save one of your old business partners. I don't care how it's viewed. I'm going to give you the chance at redemption for me. And if I go, take care of my family. That is what should have been done, and you would have gotten rid of the entirety of Breaking Bad. It's the fact that Walter White didn't keep that makes the story almost, it's unjustified, but he's a good person that did unjustified things, and it turned him into a bad person. Breaking Bad. I put Walter White way too far, but ultimately, I wouldn't say a villain, but on that line, 100% on that line. And there you go. Those are anti-heroes that I believe were and weren't justified, okay? If you enjoyed this video, please hit a like, comment, and subscribe. We're trying to get to 250,000. Spot Pet insurance plans have covered over 500,000 pets, getting them up to 90% cash back in about 2 days for covered claims like surgeries, dental issues, and much more. Choose America's favorite pet insurance. The biggest
Oh, let me make sure I can hear anything.
That's what we're going to be talking about today, okay, and understand this, brother, to be a...
Make sure I can hear anything.
That's what we're going to be talking about today, okay, and understand this, brother, to be a...
Make sure I can hear anything.
That's what we're going to be talking about today, okay, and
I'm spamming myself with likes. Oh god.
Spamming myself with likes.
Oh god.
Spamming myself with likes.
Alright.
The biggest haters in fiction. That's what we're going to be talking about today, okay, and understand this, brother. You're a hater. Honestly, man, you have dedicated every fiber of your being to taking down this one person. I feel like your entire existence is so defined by
So I've been charging my controller with a laptop charger. Like damage it. Or is that just a myth? It like charges it slower, but that's the only thing I'm noticing. Gosh, there's so much water.
I admire the level of hater that Joker is. Okay, but like he's dedicated everything to not liking Batman. It seems like Reverse Blast is. Reverse Blast is such a big hater. His entire existence is literally meant to be the anti
Oh, you can
of the Flash.
pick this?
So then there's other
Interesting.
they take down everything for the love of the game, brother. Like Eric Cartman. Eric Cartman, like I admire that. I do. Like the fact that he goes against everything aside from a few is respectful. And it's not respectful. It's so disrespectful that I respect it. You go so far in the bad that it becomes the inverse where I respect how bold you are. And that got me thinking of the biggest haters in fiction, okay? Everybody. From Squidward from SpongeBob, Syndrome from The Incredibles, to, of course, the Reverse Blast from Ancient Comics. We got a lot that we're going to be covering. If you enjoy this video, please sort of like, comment, and subscribe. We're trying to get to 300,000 subscribers before the end of the year. It is going to be close. And if we can do it, I'm going to be honest, bro. Subscribers now we're at 272, I think. Honestly, bro, I'm just blessed to be here. I'm having fun, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Okay, with all that out of the way, hit the bell icon to stay notified, and let's get into the video.
Holy yep.
Sukuna. Brother, Sukuna being like a comical level hater to like Yuki Itadori is so funny because the reason that he hates on Yuki Itadori so much is because wait, Bert? Okay.
Should be good, right? Alright. Oh, hell no. Where's that even coming from? I do not watch this show. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, come on, man.
If I had a neighbor, he respects Gojo because they're all like powerful in their own way. And Yuji is powerful. He just disrespects his philosophy and mentality so much.
So I recently completed basic training, and I read my first comic book and my first manga ever. So like we graduated, we all got held over because of orders. I don't even know what was wrong with them, but because of that, they kind of treated us a little different than they had been, because you know we'd already graduated. And so they let us wander. Like, it's called getting day passes. We never got those because it was an OSUT, and that's basically just basic training, but like, you keep doing it after you graduate basics. You know, like, the specialized school you get sent to. We don't have one of those. It's just, we continue, and that's our AIT. So there's no AIT, it's called OSUT. One station unit training. And, so it's just like, you still all live in a bay. Like, usually in AIT, you get your own dorm room, like a college setting. But we didn't get that. And then we graduated OSUT, and that was our graduation. Like, there wasn't like a basic graduation. And then after that, we just stayed there. So we didn't like ship off. It was about 2 or 3 weeks. So we did a lot of wandering, and I bought some comic books, and somebody had a manga. And I read, I don't know if that's what it was, if it was a manga or what, but it was a Japanese one that you read, like, you read it right to left instead of left to right. And it was the one with it was black and white with the guy with the big sword. It's not called Guts, Berserk. Low-key, I think it's a little overhyped. I can't even lie. Like, it was interesting. It wasn't like it was hard to read. It was good. But people talk about it like it's this amazing thing, and I'll be honest, it was alright. It was something to read, and I hadn't had anything to read or watch or listen to in probably, what is it, like 3 months? So it got me through the days. We didn't get our phones or anything, so that's an important piece of information for this. But yeah, I read the first 4 volumes or something like that. But I honestly just couldn't get into it. And then I read the Absolute Batman, the first and the second. Those are pretty cool. Those were actually pretty cool. I'd like seen videos about them, and I'd always kind of wanted to read them. Or not really, I don't like to read, but I'd always thought about thinking they were cool. You know, like, I thought they were pretty cool. And reading them, I realized I was right, they were pretty cool. But, gotta turn this down a little bit, bro. Bro, it's loud. So, yeah, when I read it, I realized, holy cow, maybe this whole comic book thing makes sense. But I haven't picked one up since I left there. It's just I just don't care to read. like when I'm forced to do it, like when I was in college or high school. I mean, I always like what I read. It's just, it's so much effort to sit down and scroll. Oh my god. And, wow. Okay. It's looking too much effort, you know? Can't even lie. And that sounds like an L take, a lazy take. And yeah, it is. But, I mean, it's true. It's like way too much effort. I'd like to brain rot, not develop my brain. Like, as stupid as that is, like, why would I sit down and read a book? I could be watching a movie. Like, I want to turn my brain off sometimes, you know? Absolutely get rid of it. Not train it to put eyes on paper. I prefer to stupid Max. But yeah, that was probably, no, that was a cool time. They give us our phones during the day though. But I honestly kind of liked when we didn't have our phones. It was, people always wanted them, but I kind of was excited to be in a group of people and not have it. Like when you don't have it alone, like your phone, that sucks. But I like whenever multiple people around me don't have their phone, because it makes people more, you know, talkative in general, because you're bored. Like boredom creates conversation, and nobody's ever bored anymore. It's always something to distract your mind. And I think I've talked with my mom about this a lot. My mom, like, because she grew up whenever there wasn't phones, you know, punk status. And I always ask her, I'm like, do you not ever wish it would go back? And she's like, I mean, I think people were more connected back then. And I have to agree. I mean, like, when I was a kid growing up, like, I grew up before the invention of phones. So I understand what it was like. I'm gonna have to do it. I'm sorry. So, like, I was existent, but yeah, when I was a kid, I remember everybody was kind of, you know, interlinked. You know, to see somebody, you had to knock on their door, ask them what was up. And I wish my teenage years were during that time period, because everybody's so distracted. Nobody knocks on doors anymore. And it's a shame. That's how you make close relationships, is just being comfortable, you know, in situations where, you know, you can't always dodge situations by getting on your phone whenever you don't have one. I think it's a way out for people that don't want to interact with others or build social connections. I honestly think it's our greatest like weakness. It creates an out for, I don't know, this is a dumb subject, but yeah, in basic I realized I was right, and that I just realized I didn't need to be using a crafting table to do that. But yeah, I prefer it if no one had their phone. Like if I was in charge, it'd be limited to government access only. We don't need them. No way. This guy just said Scar's real name in The Lion King is Taka. I thought his name was Scar. You get with his crust, by the way, okay? You get with the girl that you knew he was interested in. You knew your brother was interested in this chick, and you got with her. Okay? Okay. And then Scar betrays you. That's kind of like, listen, I'm not saying Scar's perfect. But yeah, another thing I learned is that Army basic training is easy. Like, there's people that struggled, and there's times where it sucks. But no, like, the times where it sucks are heavily outweighed by the time where it's, not that bad. Like, there's nothing to make a big deal about. It is genuinely, like, Marine basic training probably sucks. Like, from what I've heard, that probably sucks. So I'm not going to discount all trainings in Coast Guard. I've heard both of those really suck. But what I went through, dude, it just felt like every day I had basketball practice. Like, that's it. Like, I just woke up early, and not the hardest, the worst part about it was getting woken up the first couple weeks. That was the only part that really sucked, because they'd walk in and they'd bang on something. I think it was the wall, I'm not sure what, because I was never awake when I was usually awake when they walked in, because your brain kind of memorizes the time that they come in, and wakes you up a minute before. But, like, I never got out of bed, and I was on the other side of the room. Like, I was the last bed in my row. And, I'm running out of space. And, yeah, they would walk in and they'd bang on the wall. And our platoon, the platoons were separated by colors, and the colors are signified by a piece of tape that you wore on your equipment. And we were red taping our drill sergeant banging on the door. Bang, bang, bang. Wake the fuck up, red tape. Get the fuck out of bed. And then they'd start counting 10. And then they wouldn't say anything else. You would have to get out of bed and start counting the rest of the numbers. So, like, yeah, that was the worst part. It was just the first couple of weeks getting woken up in such a violent way. Like, obviously that wasn't the absolute worst part, but, that was consistently what I hated. And, but that's just me personally. I'm sure other people would have different things to say. And the things that I thought would suck the most, I really did pretty easily. Like, the running. Obviously, I wasn't the greatest at it to begin with, but I got very used to it. You get used to it very quickly. It's probably because, like, we're built for it. As human beings, that's our superpower, if that makes sense. You know how, like, lions' superpower is their bite, and cheetahs is their speed or whatever. Humans are built to run long distance. That is what made us the way that we are. Like, that's why we evolved to be #1 species, because of our sweat and our ability to run long distance. So your body's already built for it. So all you gotta do is get your mind there. And obviously you don't have to be fast. Like, the passing speed for the Army fitness standard is 18:38, 18:32, something like that, for a 2-mile run. And you can walk that. Like, genuinely, you can walk that distance, or that time. I could go get a little more. Like a speed walk, consistent. Like, maybe you'd have to be a little faster than a walk, but there's people that failed it. It did happen. But, no, I sucked at running. In my first one, I got a 17:58. My second one, I got a 15:20. I only had to take 2 because I didn't fail any of their ones. Some companies will have you do more than 2, just in general. But ours only made you do 2. Oh my god, that was a mistake. If you passed the first one. You did 1 in basic and 1 in AIT. It was combat engineer training. So, Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. And I live in Illinois, like, I grew up there. So, it's not like a big location change. And it was during the winter, which arguably is better than the summer, but the winter still sucks because it's cold. And when I say it's cold, I mean, like, it's really cold. Like, pain cold, so when you do a field exercise, you sleep outside. And I don't know if would want to do it in 100-degree weather, or like what we did in was I think 10-degree weather. And there was a couple nights where it got a little lower than 10 degrees, but we were already out there, so they couldn't take us back. But like legally, according to regulations or whatever, for training, if it gets below 10 degrees or 12 maybe, you have to bring your trainees back in, because that's dangerous. But they couldn't bring us back because, you know, the roads were frozen. So we just slept out there. They told us to build overhead cover for the snow on our foxholes, and we just dug in. It wasn't... I was about to say it wasn't that bad. It was genuinely like the worst experience of my life, but still it wasn't that bad. But yeah, my clothes all froze when I went to sleep. So that we had this foxhole that we dug into, and when I woke up from my fire guard shift and went to put on my clothes, I had to get out of my nice warm sleeping bag, which sucked. That was the worst event in my entire life. Not really, but then we have to put on all our gear because they told us to sleep naked. Not naked, but you know, sleep in our underwear basically. You could sleep naked, who cares, but I didn't do that. And put your clothes on when you wake up, because then your body feels a difference in temperature and you don't feel cold anymore, you feel warm. So I listened, but what they forgot to tell us was to put our clothes in our sleeping bag with us. So when I woke up, my socks, my shoes, my shirt, my pants, my boots, and my gloves were all frozen. So when I went to put my clothes on, not only were they covered in dirt, which is fine, who cares about dirt, I'm mainly talking about my socks. That was gross. I just hate my socks being gross. But not only were my socks disgusting, they were frozen. Every piece of clothing was frozen. So they did have this heating barrel, what do they call it? Burning barrel going, which made it bearable. Like, it was honestly not that bad because of the burning barrel. So all we had to do was just, usually on fire guard, you watch and survey the area, because you're, I don't know, some of the drill sergeants and the commander will be out there, and the first sergeant, causing disturbances and like catching people making mistakes, like sleeping without their gun, or they'll just sneak into your camp, you know. But because it was so cold, nobody wanted to go out. Because it was like, it wasn't a normal cold where it just like it's cold. It was like winter storm. We went out in the blizzard, and like our commanding officer and our drill sergeants and everything, they were all bundled up because they were, you know, it was almost like a dangerous level of cold. But so no one was really testing to make sure we were doing everything right. We were just surviving. Honestly, a better exercise in survival than normal, but not a better exercise in, you know, making sure everyone's keeping guard. I mean, we always had someone awake guarding the fire, so technically the fire was being guarded, but no one was guarding the camp. And we did a flot, which is different than what people have done for the last couple of decades, because in the war in Ukraine, the fight is moving towards the more World War I, World War II style of fighting than it was in the Iraq War. So instead of doing a patrol base or something, I don't know, we didn't do it, so I'm not very educated on what the other one's called. We did a flot, a forward line of troops, which is trench warfare. So exactly what you'd expect from like a World War II movie. And that sucked. It was kind of cool though, but that kind of sums up basic training. That sucked, but it was kind of cool. But yeah, so I don't remember how the story started. But basically, oh yeah, phones in training, comic books. Oh, the other comic book I read was The Walking Dead. I don't remember what volume I got up to, but it was a big book of every volume up until season 4 of the TV show, and that was good. That was a good read, that's for sure. Because The Walking Dead's my favorite TV show, like, ever. I think it got ruined when they killed Carl off in season 8. Spoiler alert, but I watched up until, like, season 10 and a half. I actually stopped watching. I'm trying to remember what made me stop. There's probably an event, but either way, I stopped watching, like, I don't even know. It doesn't really matter. Good show. Comic book was good. I wish they would have made Rick lose his arm in the show, though, to be honest. I think it would have been Aura. And now I have to go mine some trees. That is, like, the worst news ever. So, you know the Timber mod? I think they should bring that to the game. Also, if you're seeing any frame drop issues, that's not the stream, that is my game. Most likely. I actually have really good internet now, so it shouldn't be the stream. My PlayStation can't handle Minecraft's new graphics. Minecraft's new graphics are wild. You know, you think Square game, giant square block game, it'd be able to handle the new graphics because it's just squares, but I guess the dynamic lighting is just too much. I'm glad I don't have my PlayStation anymore because it would have killed it. Feather Falling 4. What do I need wool for? There's a reason they're in this. What do I... Oh, beds for the villager farm. That's right. I'm debating, should I just make a whole new... Yeah, I'm just gonna make a whole new chest. I was like, where would I put it? Right here. You know what? I'll make another one. Holy shit, no way. Take care of him. This is why no American gets invited to Hogwarts, bro. We ain't holding on to that. And before I say, brother, friendly reminder that, like, y'all had to tell your... Not gonna do it? It's literally like your whole job, my guy. Oh, none of them can move. No. Hell yeah. Yep. Is there any more?
Frieza from Dragon Ball. I do know enough about Dragon Ball to recognize the absolute peak level of hater that is the hilarity of Frieza. Brother, if Frieza doesn't...
I don't even know why I'm making this bigger. I need to make a whole villager chamber. Well, I guess this is the breeding chamber. And I need to make a non-breeding chamber. A trading post. Trading chamber. So sometimes I play Minecraft and I start forgetting like, or like losing motivation. Like, what do I do? Because Minecraft, there's not anything to do anymore. You run out. That's why I do the whole villager thing. Because like, I feel like you have to, you know, make a beacon at some point. And you want to get, low-key I've never done it, but I have a goal that one day I want to get every enchantment that a villager can, you know, like a villager with every enchantment. Not, I don't know if that makes sense. I want to have a trading post that has every enchantment to buy from a villager. There we go. I think that would be a cool flex. But I had a really good Minecraft world on my PS4, and I never downloaded it to my PS5. And it's one of my biggest pet peeves in life because I gave it to my dad to watch Netflix because my dad didn't have Netflix. So rather than just giving him my my mom's Netflix account, which is the one I had hooked up to this, I just gave him my whole PlayStation, which, you know, might have been a mistake because he never uses it. I asked him if he uses it. He's like, no, but I don't want to take it back because it was a gift. But he doesn't use it, so I should just take it. But yeah, that's the dilemma I'm in with it. Wait. Weak. Alright. What am I doing this for?
And also, I was doing it because he also ordered Tywin.
I had a reason.
So my family members to get ice. So the truth is, like, no, we're not that different. You're just angry that, like, your parents had to get got by him. And then he starts
had to do with enchanting.
about, like, honor and stuff, and he's just like, that's not the honorable way, Jamie.
Oh, yeah, I need to enchant a sword so that I can put a sharpness 5 on it.
And then Jamie just has to be over here, like,
so it's the XP glitch. Like, if I get struck by lightning, that's goofy. But, excuse me? Oh my god. But, yeah, this is the XP glitch that no one knows about. I had an XP farm, a really cool one, in this realm and in my old world, and they're really cool, but I can't even go look at them anymore because one's on my PlayStation, the other's not my realm. So, and I don't want to make it in this. Holy shit. Woo! I was like, I don't need to sleep. I thought about it. That's also the worst update they've ever had in the game. They're like, I remember the thing, it was like, which mob do you guys want added? this thing or this thing, and people thought it was gonna be a cool boss, like a sky boss, and it was genuinely just the most annoying mob they've ever added. They should take it out, like entirely. Because what do you mean I need to sleep whenever, anytime you play multiplayer, nobody ever sleeps? Like, I wish there was like an option to just at least turn them off. Everybody hates them. The worst idea they ever had. Or at least make it like you have to not sleep for 10 days or something. That would make sense. Or give some reason to kill them. But no, I think there is a reason to kill them. Is that how you make wind charges? I don't know. I've never made a wind charge. Also, I think it's a really good idea that they had to make it harder to get netherite armor, because it puts more value into searching the nether. Again, not being sarcastic, I think that's genuinely a good idea. It makes the game's playability, makes you have to play more, which means you make bigger bases and do more stuff, and you stay on the game longer. Because that's Minecraft's biggest problem, is they have a hard time retaining players for more than just like a couple weeks. But if you give them more objectives to do in the game, because the Minecraft game has like nothing to do. It really does. Like, there's no objectives in this game. Like, at all. You have to make it up. Like, obviously, beat the Ender Dragon, beat the Wither. There's another boss. Find technically, like, find the Ocean Temple and Monument or whatever. But really, that's it. There's the third boss, isn't there? Is it just the Wither and the Ender Dragon? Wow. There's not really a nether boss, which makes 0 sense to me. All I gotta do is add bosses in this game. But they keep trying to make it cuter. Like, baby animals. Okay. They already had baby animals, just not... Oh. Build on it? Wow. Wait, let me turn my render distance up. Wow. What does this do? Nothing. Oh, crap.
I usually don't say this, man, but I genuinely mean this when I say this. Like, I don't think you're a bad guy. So what did you want to do whenever you are?
I had these lower, but I don't remember which ones I had lower. But yeah, that guy on the video just said that live stream VODs actually affect your analytics. Very interesting, considering I have plenty of live stream VODs. It's a great thing to consider. Alright, I'm gonna have to put some of these in chests because I'm gonna run out of space. Dang. I'll get it later. Dude, I hate current age advertising media. It's not even just that I hate ads. Like, obviously, they suck. But I don't like the fast-paced, high-energy way of advertising. It's just, it makes me angry. And also, everyone in ads is always super rich. Which is like, that is not, that is not the average situation. But like, it is for the people that make them, so. So they never appeal to the average person. They always appeal to like people in California. It's like every ad out there is made for people. Sorry, I'm getting sand off my bed because I moved to Georgia, and you don't know, Georgia is just full of sand, man. So coming from Illinois, sand is everywhere. My uncle warned me because he was here. He was like, yeah, there's like way more sand than you could ever imagine. Why is it so bright? What setting did I change? Well, it fixed the nether port. Oh, no, it didn't. Also, I hate the new nether portal texture. I hate everything. Yeah, no, he warned me that I don't like sand. He warned me that the sand here is crazy, and it's really annoying. He's right. It is really annoying. Like, when I sweep, it's just a bunch of sand. Also, my room is tiny. But it's alright. I don't care. Oh my gosh. Alright, there's chests over here. No, there's not. I don't know where I put the chests. Okay. But yeah, it is, it's just great here. Alright, I'm gonna go break one of those chests and bring him out here. Why is it so freaking bright? What did I change in the settings? the fog.
How old are you? Oh, I mean, what, did you tell your dad how old she was?
Maybe this is like your first time kind of how many times is there other girls reaching out to you, like on social media? Or not ever like reached out to you?
It's the first one. Bro, these predator catching videos, it's always the first one. And it's never their fault.
The reason why we're here today is because, I don't know if you know, but in the last 48 hours, her mom had actually saw the message. So, it's a lot deeper, you know, usually these be like the make-believe stuff, but her mom had saw the messages in the last 48 hours, and her mom took over. She gave us all the access, because we have an organization called Kids Protect America, and, you know, we're just here to do what we're obviously donated to do, is to talk to people like you about situations like this, man. Because, you know, as a mother, she like heartbroken. I don't think that her daughter...
But yeah, I don't know what to do with... So I need to make a villager area. And what I'm thinking is where that dirt is, I'm going to create a path. You'll see it in a second. I'm going to build up a little more. I'm going to make a path over to that area right there because it looks pretty cool. Or that area, or right there. But I haven't been able to figure out which one I want to do. Like, it's not about if it's easier or harder. It's honestly about which one I think will look cooler and how much space it would take up. Because it's going to take up a decent amount of space to make a good one. Honestly, I'm thinking over there might be the easiest. It's the most space, I don't have to flatten. Or I could clear, ooh, I'm not crashing. Ooh. Or I could clear out the space over there in the tree area and put it there. I need to make more beds so I can get more villagers. So I can sell more clay. Get more experience. And more emeralds. Are those the two clay blocks? They really don't matter. I'm probably never gonna see them again.
Then if her age would have stopped you, then why come all the way out here?
I think we even talked about like at times, like I want to just come up there and view, and that's some of the alarming stuff that we see that we want to get kind of buried because I mean, right.
I mean, you know, it's one of those things where, you know, obviously we could talk now and say you wouldn't have did it, but, you know, if people weren't in the know like we are and kind of like been following this as much as we are and kind of getting this connection with you, obviously, you know, if this landed on someone else's desk,
Oh my god.
they're going to just kind of take your word as gospel.
This guy's always riding
You know
the way.
what I mean? So we just need that added context to it to really just scope it out because right now, like, it's an unholy gospel, right? And it's okay because luckily that's not going to happen today. But we do have to clarify that stuff because we can't just pretend that it didn't happen and say, oh, I wasn't going to do it. You know, we need to figure out what was the mindset. We believe in rehabilitation. We don't believe in incarceration. That doesn't help anybody. I think we can all agree. So I guess, you know, I appreciate you.
Oh my god, it's 137.
Say you weren't going to force yourself on her, right? But did you find her attractive the whole time?
Not bad. So what do you think, like, you know, we look at it like a timeline. I don't think, you know, today or 2 years ago you woke up and you're like, you know what, I kind of all of a sudden just like younger girls. There has to be something that you've seen or something to, because I don't want to say the normal, but most people, when you know, presented with something like this, it's automatic turn off. Like, you know, with me, if, you know, a girl was out here wanting to talk to me, I'm like, yeah, that's a good kid. You know, go play your video games or something.
Here, listen, my man, you know, obviously, we're trying to do a common courtesy and talk to you about this, right? And like we said, we don't believe in incarceration, but we do believe in future threats. So if we don't feel clarity today, like, of course we're gonna go to, because we're always gonna stand by our belief of not believing in incarceration, because we feel like that'll just make us super. But it's like, if we don't kind of get clarification on some of this stuff, man, we just have to like set parameters and like let like the job know about this and your dad know about this, and we really don't want to do that. We want to hear your words. We don't want to hear, oh, I never would have thought he would do that from your dad, and we don't want to hear from your job someone telling us that probably doesn't like you, hey man, I always thought he would do something like that, you know? We want you to tell your own story. We don't want to have to go to other people to figure out, hey, what's Terry Young's story, man? So, I mean, like he said, from our past experience, when people are attracted to stuff like this, we see a strong correlation with either maybe someone had did something to them when they were younger, or they probably got exposed to some junk that they were never looking for, get added to these group chats where they're sharing these crazy photos and stuff like that. So we're trying to work it back to get to today. We're trying to go from ground zero and work our way up to ground level where we are today. Has anything ever happened in your past? So nothing's ever happened in your past. What about, have we been exposed to any videos or anything like that? I'm like, I mean, there's a lot of lost kids out there. You know, like over in Houston, they have this place called Biscuit Street.
Who was she?
Where there's kids and traffic out there. Like, do you ever have any like kiddos that are just out of their mind, just like hitting you up, and you kind of have to block them and kind of get away from it and stuff?
Yeah. How crazy those kids get?
They get pretty crazy. I mean, trust me, I know, man. That's why I'm off of social media. I don't do Facebook anymore. All I do is just WhatsApp, and even that. But I mean, like, I guess whenever these kids hit you up, are they asking for something in return, or are they just kind of being crazy? What's some of the crazy things that these kids are doing?
Sometimes it's like scammers asking for money.
So are these scammers, are they like speaking English languages, or is it more? Okay, they're speaking English. Probably like copy and paste stuff. You can tell it's like broken. Like, okay.
Back it up a little bit. Like you said, they get kind of crazy. Are they sending pictures of like younger girls on there? You know?
What's the craziest that you're talking about?
It's not too much. Just money, gifts. You can tell it's kind of like a scam.
How many times have they sent you a link and got you to go to like a different app or something? Okay, what other apps are they trying to get you to go to? They ever try to get you to like Zangy or anything like that?
More like Telegram and Signal and apps like those. Okay. What apps are these people kind of like that use most of the stuff on? It's like, I guess, what's the young age that's crazy from other countries that can't get a couple to get this age? So it's like a thumbs up. Okay. So that's their kind of way to like move you into their
Sometimes they get you to download like telegrams and stuff.
Bro, I'm so tired, but I'm so addicted to playing Minecraft.
You probably have it for your own group chats and stuff. But like, have they ever added you into their own group chats? Because I kind of know whenever you have your stuff out there.
Interesting. You see that by my shield?
I'm guessing that's kind of where the bulk of it's coming from. Is they're adding you.
I'll have to head over there.
What language are you talking in the group chat? It's English. But is it broken?
Also, this new biome right here,
Telegram downloaded now.
I thought it'd be kind of rare, but it's literally all over.
Like 6 months ago.
So, you know, is there kind of like that still out there on the cloud? Do you think like, you know,
Also, I'm really glad they gave copyright use. I've been saying since, what, 2018, whenever the copper update came out. Like, please. What are those? Please do, like, what's on its head? Please do something with copper. Because it's literally the most useless thing in the game. I hate when they add things that have no use. Like, I get that it has a lightning rod use. And you can make a spyglass if you really want. But on Java, or I don't know if it's a Java thing or a PC thing, but whenever you have your PC, you can just press, what is it, like F3? And it just zooms in anyways, so it's not even useful on there. And on PS and Xbox, like, it's not a game changer. I've never crafted one. Or I probably crafted one like the first week of the game, of the update, just to see what it was about. Honestly, I probably didn't even craft it. I probably went into creative. Just checked it out in there.
We're hoping that you can be the catalyst for us to maybe identify those kids and kind of get these monsters off the street. So if it's cool with you, would it be okay if I see your Telegram?
I don't know, do we have Telegram?
Appreciate you.
Where today was like things supposed to happen? Because I know you talked about like chilling. You didn't just say, hey.
I also need to find a way to cover up the redstone.
So where was
I don't want to make it like too wide. I've been thinking about putting dirt on the sides like I did over here,
Were you planning on like staying the night or?
but I don't know.
Okay, was she was gonna Uber you back? Okay, so just gonna hang out a couple hours. Was this something you were looking for, like a long-term relationship? Just kind of like a one-off. Okay. And as much as I respect that, you weren't gonna continue doing these things to her. But do you understand what that would like mentally do to a child? That did happen. Things happened between you two. You left, never talked to her again, never seen her again. It's gonna give them an outlook on men, and this is what men do. Is I give them that, and then they leave. And it is ultimately damaging, and it gives them abandonment issues, things like that. So I mean, keep that in consideration.
I wonder how many of these like child predator catchers are secretly, maybe if they don't do it, but like, they have the thoughts. Like, I'm trying to think. Like how back in the day, the people that would hate on gay people were really always gay. I wonder if any of these predator catchers are secretly, predators. Oh, there it is. Not even predators, but just like, Dexter. Dexter Morgan. Like, not exactly the same thing, but same thing, same similar thing. Like, they know how they think, so they know how to catch them,
Are you an anime guy? Anime guy, what's your favorite anime? Oh man, you like all the stuff I like. You like literally everything I like. That was you're gonna take One Piece and stuff. I was like, oh, okay, that explains a lot. But I mean, you coming up here, this is some of the alarming stuff, and especially with the fact of you didn't bring protection. I'm really hoping that you have some protection somewhere. But you said, like I could take your clothes off and kiss you, take you on the bed and make you suck my. And he said, then I'll let you get on top of me. And
who would ever say that to anyone ever, bro? I don't know if y'all can hear the phone. I ain't repeating what he said, but I've sent some crazy things over text. Even to girls I don't know. Like we've all done that. Us boys. I'm sure we've all done that. But I've never said nothing like that. That's just a crazy statement to make. Dude, so I made a new setup. Moved a new spot. And I am so uncomfortable. I have to lay down to play the game. Like, because there's no other place to put the TV than on the table right in front of my bed, and there's nowhere to put a chair, so I'm laying down. And like, it sucks. Almost there. This is such a soul-killing exercise right here.
But then at that point, what if you know that was
Speaking of exercise, so my division sergeant major, apparently, that's who they said it was. He said that he didn't want us doing PT at the gym anymore in the mornings. So now, to get around that, because nobody wants to run, they started having us do pool PT instead of lifting, which honestly sucks because, you know, I was hoping we'd like do some lifts, and because I haven't been in the gym in a minute, you know, I've really only done push-ups and sit-ups and all that calisthenics or whatever, but no more, and we do pool PT now, and oh my god, it wipes you out, because I'm not good at swimming, and they had us like treading water and swimming back and forth, and that sucks. I'm not good at swimming, like I'm really bad, but I can swim, I can tread water. Like if you tested me on it, I'm probably gonna pass whatever the test is, unless it's like some crazy test, but I'll probably pass it. I can't promise that, but yeah, so they had us doing all that nonsense, and it sucked. Like, it didn't suck to do it, but how tired I was afterwards. I took a nap right after. Because, like, when we get done with PT, you come home, shit, shower, shave. And instead of shit showering or shaving, I just fell asleep, man. Immediately. Couldn't help it. One more go through. I also got pretty sick when I got here. Not like throwing up or anything, but you know, really bad head cold. Because the pollen here is so crazy. And it had us taking a bunch of vaccines, I think. So I think it weakened my immune system. And I'm just gonna do the rest of these. Never mind. And so I lost my voice. And when I lose my voice bad. And I went home to grab my car, and immediately a deer hit my car. So I made it out of the driveway, and I live in the country, and a deer came just driving out of the woods. Like, throttle was open, and he just absolutely destroyed my car. Not destroyed, but, you know, totaled it by insurance standards. So that was cool. And like, I drove it back. It was a 12-hour drive, but made it back, and I'm missing a headlight, which sucks. Ugh. But insurance is totaling out, but I'm not getting a lot of money, and my insurance agent, anytime I call her, it goes straight to voicemail, and it's just so annoying, and I don't know how to. I keep trying to call her because I was supposed to get the money in an email, and I'm trying to call her to be like, well, what if they told me if I take it to a shop, the shop's probably going to total it, but they didn't total my car, they're giving me $3,200, and I'm going to take it to a shop, and I'm going to ask them, do I need to do this or that, which shop should I take it to? She has not said a word to me, and it is just really annoying, and it's made me realize I need to get a different insurance, because this is unnecessarily difficult. But yeah, they valued my car at I don't know, like $7,200, but I owe $4,700, gotta pay my loan off first. They're gonna give me what's left over when I total it, which is a decent sum. Whatever that math is decent. So, yeah, then I'm gonna buy a car. Or if she never answers me, and if I get them, I have no emails came. But depending on what happens, I'm just gonna figure it out, I guess. But I'm really just upset that my insurance person hasn't given me any callback of any kind. And then also, every time I leave post and come back on, the guy at the gate tells me, you gotta get that headlight fixed. Like, you can't drive on base without a headlight. And I'm always just like, yep. Thanks, man. Acting like I can do something about it right now. And I'm like, yeah, insurance is gonna do this insurance thing. And he's like, well, I'm just telling you, you can't do it. Like, you can't have the headlight missing. And I'm like, dude, you're not that guy. Like, search my car if you need to. Just do gate guard things. You're not the military police guy. If you want to be a military police, go do military police. If you are one, take it. Give me a fix-it notice. You know, just I get it. You're a specialist, not a sergeant, though. Don't tell me what to do. Unless you're in charge of me. I'm realizing just a big game of who has the bigger dick. And when they're higher ranked than you, they're like, I have the bigger dick. And it's really an annoyance. Because, like, once you hit specialist, you start feeling like you deserve power. Not everyone, but a lot of them. And it's really hard to be around sometimes. Sometimes sometimes they deserve it, you know. Sometimes they earn that respect, but I don't know you, you know. Obviously, if you outrank me, I'm gonna give you the respect you deserve, which I do. Like, it's not like I disrespect anybody, but you don't need to talk to me like I'm a child. Like, yeah, I know I need a headlight. Obviously, I'm in a car without a headlight. I know the rules of the law, but I can't spawn one. If I could spawn one in, I would have done it by now. And I live here. So when I have to drive my car off base, I have to drive my car off base, you know? Like, it's not like I can just teleport. Especially if I'm going to the body shop, or if I'm going to a car dealership. Like, what do you want me to do? It's just so annoying. And I only drive it during the day, because, you know, like, you're not supposed to drive a car without a headlight at night. But it's just the way these people talk. It's so disgusting. If you were an officer or a sergeant, whatever, but dude, you were literally, like, still a private, dude. As much as you don't want to be. And that's what they get so upset about, is because they know they're, like, still privates. And it's such an annoyance to deal with. Because, like, I'm brand new, so it's easier to talk to the brand new guy like a dick than it is the guy that's been here for a while. And I'm always just like, yeah, okay, yep, roger. And that's, like, what I'm supposed to do, so it doesn't bother me none, but it's still ridiculous, you know? Like, you're not there yet, man. And it's really just the PFC specialists. I've never really been talked to that way by a sergeant. Maybe an E5, but, like, the higher up in rank you go, the less rude you are in general. Because, you know, you've had the authority longer. That's what I feel. So you're used to it, and you don't have to feel like you need to flex your power. It's just He's so annoying.
So, down in the comment section,
But like, it's not that annoying. I'm just complaining about
apparently it is
how do people exist in that way. You know, what makes you so bitter?
birth control. Putting a baby in you, not a good idea, but it does turn me on. Wow. Yeah, putting a baby in a 13-year-old really does work. Meanwhile, he teaches 9 and 10.
And it's not common either. It's just
Yeah, throw the whole
it's
dude away.
always the same kind of person, like the same rank,
Yeah, no kidding.
making everybody else look bad in their rank.
He booked a room at the Comfort Inn Hotel. He then negotiated with Claire to pay her $700 for the night. Negotiated down? He's talking about like 2K earlier. Right. Now he's even like cutting cheap on the money. Alright, here comes the sheriff. They in the school. He's right in here. Time to get him. Time to bust him. I wonder if they worked with the school and be like, when is his like free period? He has free period or his like lesson planning period where he's alone. Go there and get him not in the middle of a class with kids. Parents will pick the kids up like, today Mr. Ross got arrested. What? Plan B birth control. Katie paid for Plan B birth control. Oh, he's gonna be one of those guys that don't show up with
I thought I heard it in the water.
We're in serious mode right now. This officer right here doesn't have a belt, but he's got that cake that's holding the pants up. Hey, the shirt can't even come all the way down. Crazy, like an Instagram model, man. Detectives traveled to Lake Roosevelt Elementary School. Ross was doing administrative work during a school holiday.
There we go. All of that work for not even half of a big chest. I'm about to use all these.
All the context makes that awful. Yeah. Look, but that's on You Matter Street, okay? Yeah. On You Matter Street. He smells children. Oh, jeez. 3K weekend. Sir Action. You know, look like he never washed his hair in his life. Hey, I'm Terry Kaufman, Sir Kaufman. Ever stand up, put your hand coming back for me? Excuse me?
Oh. Okay. I was mistaken. This is actually a lot.
I have reason to believe that you've been in communication, inappropriate communication, with a 13-year-old child. Claire doesn't yet want to let Ross know because he is Claire. You gotta tell me the truth, right? You know, here it comes. Is the part where cops can lie to you? Yes. Yes, they can. Yeah. Out there, like, doing like a sting or whatever. Yes, I am. Please, I'll drop the price. It was real. Have you told her at some point last week that you were going to come meet up with her? And and then you didn't? We did some investigation.
Master Trader. Oh. Is there one for 10,000? Because I'm trying to go for that one.
Didn't happen. So they just went and got it. For the show, like the Chris Hansen stuff, them showing up is just like the icing on the cake. They can just go get them. Oh yeah, right. The crime is like commissioning. It's already there in the text. Just the messages are it's like the nasty video. Like it's like just at their house, I think. Right.
Alright. Time to get mending.
Caught this man in freaking 4th grade. Oh gosh. So that's why we're here. Okay.
Did I get this guy? Not this guy.
She told me she was 18. She had to be 18 to use the app. Craigslist?
Oh my god.
I'm relieved that you did not. No. Right now you have the right to remain silent. And then you say, alright, the important rights, right
This
to remain
guy?
silent. Another part.
Yeah.
They read the rights after the interview. Yeah. Have a seat over there. I love it. The Chris Hansen interview is like a separate thing. You know, it's not a police interview.
Wait, I'm in trouble? I gotta go to
Gotta,
jail? Can I not go to jail?
gotta make books. No, what? I don't have to make books. I have to make beds.
That's it, shit.
You know I'm not a good runner, so obviously not need to go all the way out.
He's just like, yeah, you guys, you guys know I'm not gonna run. Look at my build. I'm not a runner. Can you guys just not take me to jail and I'll show up, I promise. I'm gonna skip down. Trust, please, trust, let me go.
Was it necessary to handcuff me? I'm not going anywhere. You know,
Wait, is that a bed? No.
Can I be handcuffed? Can I go to jail? Can I not do anything? Well, at least they'll put the handcuffs in front of them since they had to drive way out here, I guess. Yeah, hell, because it's a long drive. Whatever.
let's head down to the park.
The search warrant it does include your car. We're gonna search.
Well, my students will not be ready for a call.
Oh, bro. You don't have students anymore. Yeah, but they probably won't be ready once they see this video or read the news articles about the teacher that arrested the sting. What are our students gonna do without him? Those young minds. Oh no! Now I'm concerned about the kids' well-being. Those poor kids. Oh, just not the one 13-year-old that I was. They should really let him go. What about them kids? I know. They have a test coming soon. Keep me away from kids.
How far away are you going to keep
I will alert the union immediately. The union. I don't know what the union will do in this situation. Probably want to throw them in the terminate this union. Yeah. Probably want to throw the whole dude away, Taylor. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, maybe the union has an agreement to where get the state employee lawyer.
Oh, 40? No way.
You think he's got like a reputation? Oh, I mean, just taking a look at him, other teachers probably thought there's something weird about him. You know, so when this happens, they're probably just like, I freaking knew.
online communications? Want to avoid it? Yeah. Not good. Not good at all.
I appreciate the officers keeping their composure because I know the inside they're like, yeah. On the inside they're like, you got him. Yeah. Yeah, we're taking you down there, buddy.
Freaking infinite bed.
The internet just sucked him in. That Craigslist post. So I was circulating the blaming the decoy. Yeah. They take him to the bathroom. Hopefully at the bathroom door, like they're about to get in here.
I'm just, I think personal press is okay. If you have really sweaty, it's like, oh, I think that's my sweater. Oh, thank you, sir. I appreciate it. You guys are very professional. I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm just sweating in my, I was sweating, but no.
Where is that zombie at?
It's so nice. I'm sweating. It's really hot. Maybe it's hot out here, or maybe I'm just a little nervous. My heart race. How long does it take? Maybe the hospital. I'm gonna have a heart attack, y'all.
Ross was charged with communication with a minor for immoral purposes. He was held on bail but was released after posting the $100,000 bail.
What? How much more? What percent you got to pay on the bill? 10%. So you showed him with $10,000. He pleaded not guilty, and his trial is set for January 14th, 2026.
Supreme Court.
Right? That's Superior Court. Superior Court is. I mean, that would be like the main, like, justice, like the state court. Okay, alright. And that's Supreme.
Superior. And his trial is set to begin.
I think I need to make a skylight right here.
2026.
That's coming up. Yeah, coming up in a couple months. Ross. Man, I mean, I don't know, man. Those
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
messages they share
Any blast. 369401.
Yeah, just some good old-fashioned
Two.
blank and blank. Put the baby in her and all that.
369401.
The weekend. These union appointed.
I don't know why I tried that.
Station's gonna have the work cut out for them. Yeah, they are. They're probably starting that. All right, man. How crazy can you sound? Let's start practicing now. Well, it's like when it comes to like your defensive lawyer, like a lot of people kind of go with like the I'll lie to do anything to get you off. Really, like if you go to a lawyer and you like tell them like you did it, they're still going to advise you or defend you from what can be proven, right? Right. Yeah. Like if they got concrete proof of what you did, then they're going to advise you. Like, you got a guy for this. You know, I can't get you out of that. That's happening. So maybe a plea deal or maybe or whatever. But yeah, it's not like they're going to be like, he never sent those messages. I believe everything he ever said. He's probably going to look. He's probably going to look at this body cam also, where he's like, they tell him what he did. It says, yeah, it was inappropriate. Like, kind of, there's like a bit of admission in there too. I also don't know what the ad originally stated, right? Yeah. So the ad could have, but ultimately, like, she's like, I'm 13. He's like, we gave a thumbs up emoji. Totally cool with it. Not at school today, but not as the student. The thumbs up emoji is a little ambiguous, right? Yeah. Actually, I hate getting a thumbs up emoji. Do you? I feel like it's like someone being like a smart aleck thing, you know what I mean? Like, we're meeting up at 6. I think it's hope to see you there. Let my parents do thumbs up emojis. Don't make you mad? No. I think it's just cool. I think they think they're just like, yeah, cool. You know, probably. But then it's like, thumbs up to our generation is like sarcastic. Yeah. Like, okay, dude. You know? Yeah, sure, buddy. What? No, serious. Be there. For them, it's thumbs up's like, okay. Thumbs up made me mad. Not only is he a teacher, but he spelled discreet wrong. Unforgivable. My cop is actually really good, like, at texting like a teenage girl. I thought so too. They need to interview every child in that school. Oh, you're not wrong. Yikes. All right, well, I hope you guys enjoyed that one. Again, that one's from Sergeant Pepper Spray. Check out some of those got on there. Anyway, today's your birthday. Happy birthday. So my friends. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye. You throw the whole dude away.
Boom. Happy villagers.
Let's go now, 15. Faster now. Faster.
Island boy. Did that just send you into a
I'm an
fighter?
island boy.
Yeah, I bet it did. That's a
Oh my god, they're all looking at me.
Mini moons now. The island boys have had a huge fall off. Very few people even remember them.
They can smell my emeralds. What do you got? You're getting murked.
One of them was a 20 versus 1, 20 women versus 1 island boy, and he was just
Do I have books in here?
cooked. Absolutely roasted. It wasn't
No.
like a dating thing. It was more just 20 women line up to insult this guy to his face. But he is so
You're getting cooked.
unbelievably stupid. He can't even understand half the insults. It
2
is
sharpness.
cinema.
2 sharpness 5. See, the issue whenever I get this many is it's hard to keep track of which ones I need to mark.
This intro had me giggling
And it's even harder to figure out which one of these I need to break.
Immediately. 20 women versus one island boy. And the guy's just awkwardly sitting there doing this. That kind of thing. Oh, man. I knew I was in for a good time watching this.
So far, nothing good. Nothing new good. Which sharpness guy is cheaper? Oh.
I didn't think it was possible to have this low of a charisma stat. This guy can very rarely get words out of his mouth. And he looks like he's like spamming idle animations on a Mortal Kombat character select screen just to stay somewhat lucid.
Alright.
Because it looks like if he stopped moving for more than like 3 seconds, like stopped swaying, his whole body would shut
Ah, I
off.
didn't
It
check
looks
his
like
trade.
he's perpetually on the verge of passing out. Like his brain has to work so hard just to get a few neurons to fire to the bare minimum of human. It's unlike anything I've ever seen before.
I don't know. Are you Asian?
Yeah,
You're Asian? Like fully Asian?
I'm half Vietnamese.
I don't know.
Aye, little bro.
Asian girls have like ab.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Who told you that?
The Asian girl.
Oh, it's not me though.
It's not you? Okay. What am I supposed to do with her? Say yes?
So how you say swipe right?
Yeah.
Swipe right.
Curse of Binding. Oh, I don't know. Evil Villager. 44, look at the sea. Not bad. Oh, this is the guy. Unbreaking 1.
I fucked an Asian girl. So you heard it from yourself. I also don't think he fucked an Asian girl, by the way. I think he was trying to look cool. It's incredible how just even through the computer
Alright,
screen,
these are all
I'm
duds.
getting dry. Like, it's making me like shrivel up into myself. I can only imagine what it's like to be in the same room as this kind of vermin. Like it's like a dementor of vibes. He comes in, he just sucks out all good vibes and leaves nothing but awkward cringe in his wake.
Swipe right.
Right eye. So she good.
Okay. What the?
You have nothing to say, what?
Okay.
How can someone be this observably dumb? He is an actual imbecile. Every time he opens his mouth, you can hear the idiot inside of him. This guy is actually just fucking stupid.
Hey, hell no.
Measurable metric imaginable. He is just fucking dumb. And he
Who broke
can't
that guy?
interact with people at all. So
Nah.
even on this dating show, he can't muster the bare minimum of introducing himself. The best he can do is interrogate her about a fake chain. And the host of this has to keep prodding the island boy for a couple of extra thoughts because he just can't speak in more than like 3 words at a time. So the host is like, why'd you rate that girl an 8? Or why do you think that, Fly? That's the island boy's name. This is Fly. One half of the island boys. It's unfathomable. And honestly, seeing that they're successful should show you just how far we have devolved as a species that we allow someone like this to have as much money as he does. It's so embarrassing.
Not bad, but like I don't care about Infinity.
You have fake chains. Fake chains.
I don't have any change.
A lot of you have fake chains, so like if I have a fake chain, like that, you're supposed to be asking my name.
Yeah, little bro.
Girl, what are you talking about? I have fake chains.
Well, you're asking about my chain. Like, where are you introducing yourself? What's your name?
Okay, yes, my name is Fly.
Why you kissed your brother?
I most definitely kissed my brother.
Yep.
And I made millions off of it.
Congratulations, bro. You do it again?
No.
You wouldn't? Okay, valid. I mean, I wouldn't either.
Why you say no? Like why you say you would?
I feel like the host also despises this word. He's constantly kind of poking it like, so why wouldn't you miss your brother anymore? Fly, come on, explain it. This is the clip that went viral is this lady in the gray outfit. She came on and just instantly tears this guy's asshole apart. She
Oh.
stretches Fly's ass.
Respiration 2 is not bad.
So she immediately lets the audience know that Fly makes out with his brother for internet attention and money online. Fly likes to claim that through kissing his brother, he makes millions, which is a full-blown fib. That is a super lie. There is no way he and his brother have generated millions of dollars through them constantly making out in those videos. Nobody wants to see that disgusting shit. The only reason the Island Boys did make money is because they were paid for appearances so people could clown on them. And the people that watch them solely to make money. They are a public spittoon that people like spitting on. So they make a lot of money through that, not through the incest that they used to like to film or content online. He definitely hasn't made millions from making out with his brother.
Alright, did they turn into... That's cool, I'll make more, but... I'm looking for, like, protection or something.
He can't even process a question. The host said, why wouldn't you do that anymore? Fly about making out with your brother. Explain why you put the kibosh on that. And it didn't register in Chucky completely. Brain is so fucking about that. Kissing your brother because he came in here and said that you have big chains. What are you talking about, you fucking weirdo? Absolute shell.
You're screwed. You wear a size ball. You made out with your brother. Everyone thinks you're Jeffrey Epstein's son. You're looking for your third baby mother because the first two you couldn't keep?
My third baby mama.
No?
Why would I?
I mean, it's
Okay.
you could have just introduced yourself.
Just listen.
And you're going to be rude all these
Bro, just listen.
Okay, now I'll listen.
You look like you're from Minnesota.
Okay, and you look like you're 5'2".
That's
You
fine.
have like
No, I don't have. I like his shoes. No, I ain't gonna lie to
Their shoes are hard, but like they have a little extra height option.
That looks like some shit I would have worn when I was 8 years old with the little where it gives like little RGB gamer lights when you take steps. That looks like what he's wearing. He's wearing bedazzled fucking combat boots with 5-inch heels on them. They are not cool. And she is absolutely right. This guy is a loser, and she is just saying that directly to his face.
Dude, I spent like $250 on groceries today. It was disgusting.
What anyone's saying to him, it sounds like. I imagine what goes through his head is what went through Spike's head in that episode of Rugrats when you got the POV of Spike the dog, where anytime like the parents were talking to Spike, it was Spike. Like that's where I imagine the island boy hears anytime someone speaks to him.
Look, I'm gonna keep real to you. I spent a lot of money on my
That's
drink.
great. That's awesome. I saw you shopping at Lululemon the other day.
At Lululemon, it was for a girl.
Okay, good.
Girl, I have a mansion. I have a
That's
nice
rented
car.
on Airbnb.
I have a nice car.
I'm so proud of you.
Okay.
Good job.
And you're broke as
Okay, yes. Did kissing your brother get you the mansion?
girl. To be honest, you need to dye your hair black.
Okay.
Cause you look.
Black?
Yes, cause you look emo.
Okay, now I'm emo.
Yeah, not
I'm emo because you kissed your brother.
Your teeth are yellow.
Okay, that's fine. I can get them fixed.
They're
But
both
you
Fire
can't
Protection
unkiss your
3.
brother.
Okay,
Ooh,
bro, why am I talking to this stupid?
wait.
It's like he's about to cry. That one he understood. That one penetrated his
I don't need it.
layer of stupidity that surrounds his body. That one made it through. That insult landed, and he is not happy. Jiminy Christmas, just listening to him though, his insults.
I want
Your teeth are
looting,
yellow.
I think.
You should dye your hair black because you're emo. Like, how man. Seriously, it's so pathetic. It's like it's almost pitiful. Like I almost feel bad for him
Wait,
if he wasn't
going on
just
here?
such an insufferable douchebag asshole.
If you kept talking, I kept responding.
Girl, I'm better than you.
You're not. You're my height.
My status is better than you.
Says who?
Okay.
You're famous for
Where'd my
what?
sound
You're
go?
clowned on the internet for what?
Oh.
Good job. You're famous for getting laughed at.
What do you want to be?
Oh, Jinkies, she is so right. Their entire legacy, their entire existence is just to be laughed at. They are just a laughing stock, and they have made some money off of just being those clowns. He is not better than her.
Ah.
Like, he likes to try and pretend that he's better than everyone he interacts with, and his status is so much better. But she's right.
I
He's
guess.
just someone that people can't help but point and laugh at because they're fucking losers.
I'm not doing another Band of Arthropods.
I don't know. When I grow up, I don't want to.
What is up with this smite? I already have smite. Give me efficiency or something.
I didn't get stuck. I just responded. Why does it matter what car I drive? I'm a woman. You're a man. So why are you back checking me? Can you not?
Sharpness 3.
Feel like insecure.
Got a sharpness 4, but
To be honest with you,
Okay.
I do this all the time.
You're cooking with girls all the time. I know you are. You live in a lot on the internet. I can tell.
Brutal. Just absolutely brutal. She is just spanking him over and over and over
guess I
again.
should get another axe.
Anytime Fly tries to get any sentence out, he keeps stumbling over his words and just bumbling them. So then the host steps in to try and like steer it a little more. But even the host then just starts sarcastically making fun of Fly too. And Fly is too fucking dumb to recognize that everyone in this facility is insulting him and making fun of him, laughing at him.
Y'all know we get confused. Sienna, look, listen.
Nice to meet you, though.
Just by looking at Fly, if you had a rank of 1 through 10, what would you rate him? Listen, to be honest with you,
If your brother
What?
win.
so
I
no
can
emotion.
combine.
I don't know. He's like a 4.5.
Ah,
You know,
but
his personality brings
you see the issue?
it down. You got some.
So much
The
XP.
outfit is cool, but the personality brings it down. I'm so glad.
I don't, to be honest with you,
So now the host
Lunge.
and Sienna are kind of just like bonding here
Ooh.
over talking about
I can
Fly
use
and
that.
also talking over him,
Multi-shot.
too. I feel like no one wants
Smite
to hear
4.
him get these fucking words out that he's struggling through. So now they're just talking over him and about him and laughing at him.
what went wrong, bro? What happened? Bro, to be honest with you, if this was
Silk Touch, Fortune. What can you even get from Fortune with an axe? I'm googling it.
She's a fan. No. Wait, hold on, Flash. Let at least step up to the plate right quick.
The host has me laughing, man. I gotta be honest.
Not
He's like,
worth.
okay, Fly, so what went wrong there?
Ooh.
What's crazy is the host had to step in to even like have a
Genuinely,
conversation
efficiency 2 might be worth because I have efficiency 3.
because he is completely
Book.
incapable of talking to human beings. So the
Nah, I
host
can
is
get
really
better.
the one talking
Oof,
to
I almost
Sienna,
bought it.
and then you know he eventually breaks down and
Let me check the sword I could
get out
put
of there.
in.
You know, tells her scram, and then everyone you could literally hear everyone in the studio laughing at the island boy.
The sword is
So now he's
consistently smite.
pouting. So now he's like crouched over, really upset, and he's got a little tantrum going on. So the next girl that steps up, she just instantly says, "No, get out of here, no."
Immediately no. Is it because she made you mad, or is it like genuinely like no?
Like, I get it, but I have a smite. I have a smite 4 axe.
She calls him out on it too, like it's
Sharpness
just
4.
because of what happened there, where you just got absolutely fucking smacked down there like it was WWE. Is that what's going on here? He's like, no, it's just immediately no. Just immediately no.
Because I gotta introduce himself. I don't think he's ever had like some nice chocolate in his life. Like, you know what I'm saying? He done experienced the white, the Hispanic. Fly, what you know about chocolate, bro? I met the black girl before, and to be honest with you, she just played NBA YoungBoy, and she just.
Ooh, there we are.
I don't listen to most rapper trap music. My name's Mila, by the way.
Oh, what?
I also don't like your name.
She's such a fucking loser. It's crazy. Like you could not write or create a bigger loser of a
Alright.
character in a show, right? Like a cartoon couldn't make someone this pathetic. It goes against conventional wisdom that he exists in the current state that he does. He is shockingly pathetic. And I couldn't watch the whole thing. It was just too painful just listening to him. So I skipped to the end because there was something like that went crazy. And I think it refers to how it ends, which is him basically just walking off. I think he finally started to recognize that no one there respects him. No one there takes him seriously. He is a fucking joke. So then he eventually storms off.
Hello, people.
Oh, I will paint you.
That's hard. I don't really need your pain because it's not nothing for me.
Okay.
So, right, you're good, you're straight. You know. Say you good.
I'm good?
Yeah.
Okay.
We might have to get that painting in. Hold on, we might have to see that painting. I'm out of this bitch.
Wait, can I go next? Can I go next at least?
Can I go in your car?
What do you mean, can you go in their car? What about your car? Don't you drive something super nice, Fly? I have to imagine you're rolling around in some kind of Ferrari or a Lambo or something, right, dude? From all the millions you made making out with your brother? Why are you trying to bum a ride off with someone in the studio? That's not very hard. Especially when half of what he said throughout this was about his money and his status. It's a little weird and peculiar. But yeah, that's kind of where it ends. It then just goes on to like behind the scenes shots of him just like waddling his way around and
Okay.
Gaming hot takes. That's what we're going to be talking about today, okay? And understand this.
I need to go to
I said a long time ago I would do a part 2, not even a part 2.
I need to go to like a mountain region so I can get a bunch of coal so I can start using it to get more emeralds. I need books. Keep forgetting.
Completely forgot about it for like the past 6 months. And I decided to one up it. I am not just going to be including the YouTube community. I'm going to be including the YouTube and the TikTok community. We're going to bring both of y'all together, and we are going to have some of the absolutely... I'm going to be real. Some of these takes, I just think y'all have like hideous, like horrific takes just to be on the video. Like, there's some of these where, like, brother, one of them is just Ethan Winters is better than Leon Kennedy. Like, that is one of the takes. And I'm sorry, bro, you've rage-baited me enough with my dislike of Ethan
Bro,
Winters.
Ethan Winters
That you're gonna be in this video.
is better. This guy has an L take right now.
You guys absolutely love the community posts. And honestly, bro, I love making these hot take videos, but I don't know if you're new. How this works is I go over a lot of your guys' gaming content, how old they are, and I can give you an argument for, argument against, and that is going to be the video. Hit the bell icon and say, I'm trying to get you to 3K likes. And if you enjoy this video, hit this to 3K likes, and we will do another collection of gaming hot takes. With all that out of the way, let's get into the video. Let's go. I don't care about AI being used in games as long as the game is good and not over monetized. Brother, you hit me with a spicy take to start this off, okay? Right after NVIDIA DLSS R5, after that slop, you proceeded to hit me with this one. And here's the thing, is that you don't mind AI being used in gaming development as long as it's not over monetized. However, I would argue AI being used in gaming development, unless we are purely arguing that like big corporations are going to use it for the betterment of like mankind. The whole point of AI being used in gaming development and really just in general is to really cut corners. And understand this, bro. I am of the opinion that these AI tools are going to be used regardless, and it's like if we want, like I eventually believe indie devs are going to eventually beat out like these big AAA gaming devs, and these big AAA gaming devs are going to take precedent that AI at some point will be used in literally every single facet of game design. Everything from mocap to voice acting to to even like level design, there will be AI being used. You look at like Expedition 33, you look at Baldur's Gate 3, even Crimson Desert had some level of AI being used in its development. And understand this, bro. If you can keep it on a leash, it's just inevitable no matter what. But I also have to look at it like this. I understand that I probably do care a little bit more about it because when we look at gaming like as a hobby, like I really just gotta hate this, bro.
They really all out here selling bookcases.
Like what the average gamer and
Alright,
average person
so
thinks about AI
1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4,
versus like the people that have
1,
been
2,
like tapped into gaming for like the past
4, 5, 6. That hurt me deeply.
crafting games is way better than an AI crafting a game.
I already have one.
I trust a human way more than I would ever trust a clanker. But I also understand that the average person, like how about this? Let me hit you with this hypothetical. As long as it's not over monetized. If AI was used in the development of a game, and let's say they had to say it publicly, because right now they don't have to disclose it. Like people will get mad at games for like, why didn't you disclose AI use? They don't really have to. Like not really. It really is just an honor system. Like they don't have a whole committee coming into gaming, like these big gaming developers, and being like, yo, bro, did you use the GPT in this? No, they're not doing any of that. Like they don't have to tell you. Well, let's say they legally had to tell you what AI was used in the game, and if it's above a certain threshold, their game is now ineligible to be $70, and now it has to go down to 60. And then if it's a little bit more, it goes down to 50, and then more and more and more, and then it goes down into like, let's say the bottom threshold is like a $30 game. I think if that's how we're gonna do it, I think that would be the only way that I think the most people would be okay with it. I remember we had the same argument over like loot boxes and like microtransactions. Like, and you don't understand this, bro. Microtransactions started off in games because one company absolutely ruined it for everybody. The moment one company starts getting away with this, every company is gonna do it. What game? What game started the modern microtransaction craze that really culminated in like how bad it is right now? All your guesses are in? Nope, it's not Ubisoft. No, it's not. It's not GTA. It's Bethesda's Oblivion. Bethesda's Oblivion Armor is the first microtransaction that kicked off the entirety of microtransactions in modern gaming. That started literally everything. And that's how I feel it's going to be with AI. It's going to be a small thing, and then it's going to be a lot. And the only thing that I want, just so we're ahead of it, like, I think a lot of the loot box craze would have ended if people just stepped in and were like, yes, loot boxes are gambling, and you're giving this stuff people that are underage. That's messed up. That you should be penalized. And if you're going to be doing AI, you're cutting corners. You're not paying people. The least that you should do is make the product cheaper. And I think that's how you do it. I think this is a blazing hot take, but I hope I argue this as best as I possibly could. But like, I'm putting it in blazing hot. Battlefield 1 is the best multiplayer FPS game made in the last decade, maybe ever. I know it still has its issues, but there aren't many other games that old that I go back and still find full servers, and I still have it blast like it's day. That is a TikTok comment. That is a TikTok comment right there. And I'm like, I'm gonna be real here. It is kind of funny. Part of the reason I did include them is that there is a very like key difference between like TikTok gaming discourse and YouTube gaming discourse, and I want you to find the difference like when by the time this video's over. But I'm sorry, bro. In the past decade, let me name a few games that, in my opinion, let me preface this. This is in my opinion. I automatically do not agree with your take. But Doom: The Dark Ages is better. Doom Eternal's better. I think Doom Eternal, but in my opinion, Doom Eternal's like the best FPS game ever made. Like that's how good of a game that it is. Now, I've already stated how I disagree with you. But let me argue in favor of Battlefield 1. Battlefield 1 was the last great Battlefield game. Oh, well, what about Battlefield 6? Battlefield 6 was sold on COD hatred. There, somebody said it. There was a few people that said that in comment section, and with those, I'm sorry, like, I didn't want to go through every single hot take when I knew I was going to bring it up. Battlefield 6 was sold as, well, it's a competitor of COD, and that's why it did so well. Battlefield 6 would not have done nearly as good if COD hatred was not at a whole time out. The market, brother, I'm going to say this again. Battlefield 6 knows this. They had a was literally, "Ayo, we're not COD this year." Keep in mind, the only reason that they're not COD and EA doesn't over monetize them into the literal ground is because Battlefield is failing IP. But Battlefield 1 had motion, dude. A lot of y'all forget. 7 Mason, hold me back. Like, brother, they were cooking. They had motion back in the day. And here's the thing, dude. This is a hot take, but I'm gonna give you this. Do I think the best FPS game in the past decade? Not if we're counting just all FPS games. If you're talking about like Milsim, I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna put this as a hot take.
There's so much armor wasted. Can you put these in?
If this was Battlefield 6, it would be a blazing hot. Battlefield 1,
No way.
I'm gonna be real here, dog.
No
That's
way.
an easier to defend take. I respect that. The storytelling and gameplay for release day, Cyberpunk outweighed its issues by miles. Dog, the game was unplayable on the PS4. The console that they marketed, that the game ran surprisingly well, by the way, okay? One of the consoles, I'm gonna say this again. One of the consoles that they marketed Cyberpunk 2077 on, that it did surprisingly well, okay? That console, it was unplayable on day one. Like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Like, I'm sorry. Cyberpunk is the most lucky game ever! I need you to understand this. The amount of things that had to go right for Cyberpunk 2077 to be in a state that it is now is absolute. Well, I never gave up on Cyberpunk 2077. Brother, y'all give off the people that are like, "Oh yeah, bro, my partner that beats me into a pulp every single night." Yeah, dude, they're actually nice to me on Valentine's Day. That is what that gives off. Brother, Cyberpunk 2077 on day one was in such a bad part of release. It is actually astonishing that people did not just straight up sue Cyberpunk, like sue CD Projekt Red. It is absurd to me. Brother, I remember Mind's Eye, the game that was such a big failure that we all pointed and laughed at, and it got taken off the Sony store for false advertising. Did you know the only other game that's happened for Sony is Cyberpunk 2077? It was, brother, Mind's Eye and Cyberpunk 2077 had an identical launch. That's how bad it was. The gameplay. What gameplay, bro? The gameplay was absolutely horrific. Dude, well, those PS4 people should have known. You marketed to them and told them that it was played like, I'm sorry. Brother, blazing hot take, fundamentally disagree with you. I'm sorry, bro. Blazing hot, do not agree. Blazing hot, do not agree. Elden Ring isn't the best FromSoft game. Okay, we got a TikTok comment. And actually, I'm gonna be real, not a bad take. I go back and forth on whether Elden Ring is okay. This is the problem that I have. I think Elden Ring is the most complete FromSoft game, but when we go complete and we go how good it is. All together it is a 10 out of 10. But this is the problem that I run into. You can make the argument that Sekiro goes above an Elden Ring. You can make that argument. I don't argue too heavily against it. Bloodborne over Elden
I want to see
Ring,
his
really
next trade.
Here's my hot take. If you got Dark Souls 3 with the Ring City DLC, that's close, bro. That is very close in my eyes. I've said this multiple times. I think Slave Knight Gale is one of the greatest boss fights in the history of gaming. I love that boss fight. I think it's still like one of my favorite of all time. But that's tough. I'm gonna be real, dog. I think this is a mild take. I don't think we're gonna have any cold takes in this video, bro. Like, I'm looking at the takes that we have on here. I'm not seeing any cold takes here. Elden Ring is not the best FromSoft game. I'm gonna be real here, dog. That's a mild take. In some circles, that's a cold take. But for me personally, that's a I'll say this. Is the most powerful final boss in the entirety of Resident Evil. Like, it is probably like one of the most bland characters in the entirety of Resident Evil, right? Okay, bland character. And I'm gonna be real, I'm pulling it back slightly, because the one thing I will respect is that bro, he's not ducking a face, he's running face first. Okay, I respect that. But Ethan Winters did take on Mother Miranda. He did take on Mother Miranda. I do respect that. Mother Miranda will carry this Kennedy. Like, the Leon is the Riz god. Leon is the Perry god. Leon is Sir Timothy Von Kennedy. Or Ethan Walk 'em Down Winters. I don't know, bro. Like, I'm gonna be real here. Maybe
Ethan
I'm
Walk 'em
starting to
Down
around,
Winters,
but if
bro.
you're arguing based on
Hell
like beats in the
yeah.
verse, you can make the argument that Mother Miranda is more powerful than literally anything that Leon has ever had to face. You know what, bro?
Turn your all the way up, just like that. Grab a hair tie, let's go. Right at the top. Raise this up, tie one more time, right over the cap.
Not bad.
Tie this nice and flush. Now get a Christmas card with one up. Stretch up as you do it, go nice and full. Once it's full, go ahead and snip. Now get a bobby
Oh
pin.
hell no.
I'm gonna put this in a cold take. I'm gonna put it in a cold take because I'm gonna take that interpretation of your take.
Ethan
Is
Walk
better
'em
because of the Mother Miranda.
Down
And I don't
Winters.
take that take. He literally beat Magneto. Okay, I'm gonna put it in cold. FNAF should have a Telltale series game. You may have cooked. You may have cooked. And here's the thing, bro. That's like cooking in this would actually be like an ice cream. And this is I'm gonna hit you with a hot take for FNAF. A lot of the reason that FNAF got as big as it did is in part of let me tell you this. I don't give the developer of FNAF all the credit when it comes to making Five Nights at Freddy's as big as it is. You want me to tell you the people that I think made this IP as big as it is? Markiplier. Okay. Markiplier's like number 3. Number 2, probably PewDiePie. You know who number 1 is? I think the creator that did more to make Five Nights at Freddy's a literal hallmark name in like horror pop culture for growing up. That honestly does not get as much credit is Matt Pat from Game Theory. Matt Pat from Game
Real.
Theory, bro. I'm sorry, people were like, oh yeah, well Five Nights at Freddy's made him relevant. Brother, they made each other relevant. Let me tell you something right now, bro. If Matt Pat did not make a lore video on Five Nights at Freddy's, I can almost guarantee you that people would not have cared. Okay? Matt Pat gave like the lore of this universe the exposure that it needed to get that cult following. Like, brother, this was before a Wendigoon. This was before a lot of like these big channels that do this type of stuff. Like, this was before a lot of that. Matt Pat was the OG. Matt Pat was that homie that did it. And here's the thing, dude. I think what would have gotten rid of a lot of like that unknown would have been like a Telltale series. But I think a Telltale series helps out
Should've won the
Five
book.
Nights at Freddy's more than like a Poppy. Poppy's Playtime game
That
play
is
would
a
not
good
work for
one.
Five Nights at Freddy's. A Silent Hill or Resident Evil.
I can do without.
Five Nights at Freddy's. I think Telltale honestly
Alright.
is probably the best. I'm gonna put this in an ice cold
Interesting.
take, and I respect it. I'm gonna put it right there. The
Ooh, I
get good
could get on the
thing
shovel.
is so dumb. I don't want to get good. I want to play the game. I like with oh
Could
my
do
gosh,
Unbroken.
bro, this is a TikTok. Let me okay. Oh, okay. Okay, I'm fired up. I'm fired up. Brother, is spelling difficult too? Okay. I don't want to get good. Play a different game. Are you like I'm sorry, bro. Like, understand this. I will argue in favor of accessibility for FromSoft games when it comes to like the pause button. I'll argue for accessibility when it comes to like color blindness. I'll argue accessibility for like other disabilities. If you're disabled, if you are somebody that does not have any of those problems, and you proceed to complain about the difficulty of Elden Ring, okay? Turn down your headphones really quick. Turn down your headphones really quick, everybody. Get good! Dude, Elden Ring is the easiest game out of all of them. Why are you complaining about literally don't hit me with this tribalistic thinking type of thing. No. But like, dude, I don't want to get good. Okay, we give you an easy mode and you play through it and you're like, man, that was easy. I can't, bro. No, you know what, bro? Like, then don't play the game. I don't want to get good. I just want to enjoy the game. Go play a different game. Well, I don't want to play a different game. Then get good. But I don't want to get good. Then play a different game. Well,
There we go.
Well, I don't want to play a different game. I'll play this game. Then get good. Oh, well, you see that we're going in circles? Why don't you run? Why don't you run? Then don't play or get good. If you actually have a problem that you literally, like, just cannot, like, you have a disability, then we can accommodate the disability. But if you are able-bodied and you legitimately just feel entitled to being good at a game, like, play a different game. Just play a different game. Like, I've played games that I'm like, oh wow.
Did I not get this? Oh, I didn't get the silk.
I stopped playing the game for a long.
No way I didn't get the silk touch bug.
I'm sorry, bro. Blazing hot.
Oh yeah, I did.
Stop it. Spelling is difficult too, I guess. Call of Duty Ghosts has the best COD campaign ever. Okay, you know what? Okay. Whoa. Hey, hold it back. Let him cook. I think the Ghost campaign is one of the better campaigns in Call of Duty. Do you disagree with me? I think COD Ghost has a better campaign. The new Modern Warfare games. Any of the new ones, easily. Any of the new Black Ops, easily. The only games that I think have a better campaign than COD Ghost would be probably Black Ops 1. I'm not a big fan of Black Ops 2 story. I'm gonna say that right now. That's a hot take in itself. Black Ops 2 story, maybe I'm like forgetting aspects of it, but I love Black Ops 1 way more than Black Ops 2. Or the original Modern Warfare trilogy. But all that being said, bro, COD Ghost is arguably the top 5 COD campaign of all time. And here's the thing, bro. I'm gonna put you in. That's a mild take. That's a brave take to have too, because COD fans, they kind of get like really FPC about it, and they'll just still argue that this is the best one. This is the best one. You had a different take. I respect that. It's mild. I don't agree with it, but I respect it. I'm gonna put it in mild. Helldivers is a top 10 game of all time. I respect y'all that have like actual hot takes. I understand this, bro. Your top 10s list, that is very much dictated by your own personal taste. Like, I'm gonna give you a few games that are in my top 10, but like, I'm not gonna give you, like, I can't give it to you in order off the top of my head. Minecraft is in my top 10.
Minecraft.
Skyrim has to be on there. Another one probably has to be like an RDR2 is on there. Halo 2 has to be on there. Halo 2 has to be on there. 100%. That's 4. A few other ones.
Fire.
Has to be on there. That's 5. What other one? Man, this is a lot harder to do if you're just doing this off the top of your head. I know people are gonna cook you for this. And I remember Minecraft. Oh my goodness, this is way tougher. Like, I can understand Helldivers 2 being on your top 10 if you kind of just started playing games in the recent couple of years, because I think it has one of the better new gameplay structures. I like it. Well, you know what, bro? You know what? It's a hot take, but again, I think it's a respectable hot take. I don't think this is a take that you're going to get cooked in the comment section for. I think you're going to say, I think people are going to be like, for democracy, and then tag the time in here. Like, what's your top 10?
Honestly.
Like, no, really. Like, you guys have, like, the ability, and it's going to be easier for you guys to do it. Like, what's your top, no, maybe not top 10. Give me your top 5. At least top 5, like, games of all time. And I want to know, like, how different it is. Don't be basic and be like, GTA Boy, Witcher 3, Last Woods. Like, no, bro, be creative. Like, your personal journey. Minecraft is in my top 5, easily, bro. But yeah, you know what? Yeah. Helldivers top 10? Possible. People accept shortcomings way too easily if a project is made by an indie studio with 324 likes. Dang, Luna. I think that was the most like comment on like the community post. So like, good on Luna here. That's a valid take. Too. Because
Not
like,
bad.
if like an indie dev comes out and they did like absolutely horrific
Too
stuff
bad.
behind the States, but they're like, well, they're an indie dev, you can't get mad at them. That's where y'all start losing me. Like if an indie dev uses like a ton of AI, AI assets, or it's like, wait, but what is it? Is it StarCraft? What's that one? Oh my god, brother, there's actually quite a few. Escape from Tarkov. That's an indie dev, right? They're kind of they're very very greedy. So like, I'm gonna be real with you, yeah, bro. If a AAA game did half of the stuff, they're absolutely cooked. You know what, dude? You know what? And I mean, here's on the flip side. There's also AAA gaming devs that act like they're indie. Bethesda has this weird thing where I feel like they think that they're like an indie dev, so they got grandfathered in with how good like Skyrim is, and I think Bethesda's like a D tier level developer. I think they're absolutely garbage right now. That's a hot take in and of itself. But you know what, bro? Like, that's a hot take, but like a very respectable hot take. A very respectable hot take. Millennia is a bad boss fight. I'm gonna be real here, y'all. I think Millennia is mad overrated. Like this is where I actually am gonna agree with you pretty hard here.
Yeah, Millennia isn't that bad. Like hard.
On one side, it's the the waterfowl dance is so broken and it takes out a lot of the players. And to that I say you can get good and you can dodge it, but oh my goodness, the learning curve on Millennia is insane. But on the flip side of it, she is one of the easiest bosses in the entire game to cheese. Well, how do you do it? You get the great sword that looks like Guts' great sword, and then you get Giant's Hunt, and you just endlessly spam it until she's done.
Or you get
Your character is very easy to stagger.
the meteor laser
Over
thing.
and over and over again. I have no-hit runs on Millennium multiple times because of how broken that method is. And Giant's Hunt is so good that it can stun her out of her waterfowl dance, and then when she's on the ground, you can hit her again, and then you get a crit. You can take out her entire health without ever getting hit even once. Like, the real method is if you're trying to do like a speed run and take out Millennia, what you have to do is you get rid of all of your healing potions and you replace it with like Magicka, and then you just endlessly spam your weapon art and you'll be able to beat her. So she's easy to cheese, she's overrated in her difficulty. I'm gonna be real, Ice Cold Take, I respect it. Ice Cold Take, but I do respect it. Assassin's Creed Odyssey and Valhalla should not be called Assassin's Creed. Agreed. Understand this, there was a weird point in gaming where you had like these big gaming devs that the way that they sold these games, and I feel like how they pitched them to like investors, is that in a game, in the same universe as, like, tell me I'm wrong, Odyssey would have done, like, Odyssey works as its own gaming universe, it doesn't really need AC. Brother, all of the major Assassin's Creed stuff happens in the
It's just right there already.
of that game, okay, because of how little it's connected. Same thing with Valhalla, you're not even an assassin in Valhalla. Like, the assassins just live in your settlement, really, and you do some stuff that's like Assassin's Creed adjacent, okay? You take those two. Now, let's go to COD. Another one, I think it was Infinite Warfare.
Oh, why did I do it on this one?
No, it's either Infinite, yeah, it's Infinite Warfare. Should not have been a COD game, and it would have just been fine. Infinite Warfare works as its own game, and you could have done a lot with that as a franchise, but they didn't because they had to sell it with COD. Like, that's my biggest thing. Apex Legends, that could have been its own thing, but instead it's a game set in the Titanfallverse. Like, you see what I'm saying here? Like, a lot of
No
these
way
games
Apex
that
is in
they could have
Titanfall.
done well by themselves, they had to sell them to investors, and one of the ways that they did it was in a game set in the same universe, and that's how I feel about it. Ice Cold Take, and I respect it. Ice Cold Take, and I respect it. Graphics can get visibly better, and studios should start using different art styles. I'm gonna assume you're talking about like photorealism. Yeah, I agree with that. I think photorealism is like hilariously overrated. Like I would ditch photorealism in favor of like vibrancy, because this is what happens. A lot of games just become gray because I don't know what it is, bro. But like we got to the point graphically that we can make environments look very, very lifelike, but because our human brains are so highly tuned into human faces that our uncanny valley stops like
Okay, I did it right. Okay.
protagonist from looking like lifelike. That's why when you're playing a game, like the nature looks like super realistic
Where is Sharpness 5?
Because if every game looks exactly the same, then no game looks good. Every game just looks like game. And I don't like that. You get rid of art direction, you get rid of quality. It's kind of like The Incredibles, where it's like, if everybody's super, no one will be. If everything looks like AI slop, everything is slop. That's how I look at it, bro. I'm gonna put this in, honestly, ice cold take. I respect it. I respect it, though. Red Dead Redemption 2 is the most overrated game of all time. Okay. This is where I'll
Like, what the fuck's on the sword?
I think there's games that are just not meant for most people. Here's one. There's a lot of people that they love The Witcher 3, but never beat The Witcher 3. And they will always put Witcher 3 in their top 10. I have met these people personally that put Witcher 3 in their top 10, but have never actually beaten the game. And that's okay, because that game is a lot to get through. Red Dead Redemption 2 is one of those. I know less people, I'll be frank with you, that will rank Red Dead Redemption 2 highly, but have never actually beaten it. I've glazed the story of RDR2. I think it has one of the best stories in modern gaming, but people don't like the gameplay sometimes, and that's perfectly understandable. It's not for everybody. Same thing with Elden Ring, but everybody seems to think that they're entitled to be great at Elden Ring. No, bro, if it's your first FromSoft game, get good. RDR2 being overrated, I'm gonna be real here, dog. There's so many people that go at RDR2 and go for it. This is a mild take. Well, not every game has to be compared to RDR2, and I'm over here like, brother, it comes to a point that it's like, this is a PS4 game, and you can't look better than a PS4 game. Oh, well, I mean, like, okay, then say the game looks good. Well, I mean, like, I'm sorry.
SpongeBob, big guy, that's big pants. SpongeBob, big pants, that's okay.
Sorry. Mild. It's a mild take. I put it in mine.
I was on my phone.
Is better than the actual gameplay.
Just a little explanation. I'm not
Disco Elysium, for example.
retarded.
I hard disagree. The average gamer likes gameplay more than they like the story of a game. Give me some examples. Elden Ring. Most of y'all have no clue what the story of Elden Ring is. You guys played the game and just chose the ending with the
Hey, guys.
lady because she was hot. Another one. If you've ever played a game and skipped the cutscenes to get to the gameplay. Another one. Doom. Doom, I love Doom. Doom's story is inherently very, very basic, or you guys absolutely have no clue that what's going on inside that game. Yet that game gets
Oh,
terrible.
I remember.
Actually, bro, give me a game that has absolutely horrific gameplay, but the story is absolutely geek, so you'll play through the mid-gameplay just to get the story.
Channeling.
There's way less games that have
Book.
that. Oh, well, Resident Evil. Resident Evil has really good gameplay. Final Fantasy, really good gameplay. GTA. You're telling me GTA 5 has a great story. But either way, no, good gameplay. Brother, gameplay is more important than story, but I think for the average gamer, it's skewed, like, I think they like 70% gameplay, 30% story. So when I'm looking at this, that is how I rank these. And I'm gonna be real here, dog. I didn't believe that that's how you take it, but I disagree with you, and I think that what you're having is a hot take. Not a blazing hot take, but it is certainly a hot take. The average gamer likes story more than they like anything. No, the average gamer treasures gameplay over story, because at the end of the day, gameplay is the backbone of it. And like game, let me phrase this good, so I can cover all my bases. You want your game to have got rid of that hype so hard that they rebranded as a Nintendo Switch. Like, brother, they went from Wii to Switch. They switched the Wii into a Switch. Like, I'm sorry, bro. I think that this is a greatest game of all time. Don't agree? It is a top 10 game of all time. No question. And there you go. Those are your guys' games. If you enjoyed this video and you would like another, I'm not gonna do this a whole lot, but like, if this gets to 3,000 likes, you know what, bro? You can do another one. You can do another one. So like, comment, and subscribe, hit the bell icon to stay notified when the channel starts anywhere from 3 to 5 uploads. We thought about doing like some scared story reading on here from Reddit. We got like r/scenarios, stuff like that. Some Would You Rathers. Like, we got some new content coming in. We got some lore stuff being worked on behind the scenes. I'm feeling much better now, bros. I'm that edge of like burnout. I'm feeling way better. I got some stuff like kind of worked out, and now I have a way better system of getting out these the most terrifying depictions of hell. That's where we're talking about today, okay? And understand this. This video absolutely came out of nowhere. This is a fan requested video. I appreciate one. I think it's like the most toxic addictions. And out of nowhere, this became like the most. Brother, I am aware that there's a pioneered by a certain commenter named Scorpion that normally dominates my comment section in terms of like ratioing absolutely everything else. But out of nowhere, this guy was able to do it with the most terrifying depictions of hell in fiction. And here's the thing, bro. That was actually such a bagger idea because off the top of my head, I think in whatever universe you're talking about, how they decide to do hell is one of the most. I think one of the most key ways that you can illustrate the world and world building inside of said verse. Like for example, if you're doing a depiction of hell that is much more of a like a multiversal virus, like in a Doom, or is it something that is so cold and unfeeling, like something like in the Berserk verse, that it is nothing more than a representation, a reflection of what humanity thinks it is, or it's just goofy like whatever Vivzy Pop makes. In this video, I'm going to be ranking them on how terrifying they are, and yeah, that's going to be the video. If you like this and you want more content like this, do what the last commenter did, and go into the comment section and try to get the most liked comment out of everybody here, and I will take a look at it. So like, comment, and subscribe, hit the bell icon to stay notified. We're trying to hit 500,000 before the end of the year. That's going to be tough, I'm going to be honest with you. It is going to be tough, but we already reached 300K. That's more than I deserve, and with all that out of the way, let's get into it. Let's the hell of awful. Like, it's actually so bad. It's so stupid. It's so dumb. It's literally just New Jersey. I'm not even kidding you, bro. It's just Philadelphia. Like, brother, hell in the Vivzy Hop verse is literally just like, dude, I mean, like, you guys have free will. You can, like, it's not even like that bad. Like, oh, yeah, well, there's evil people here. It's like, brother, big wolf. It's like they're all here together. And I understand what Mercy's trying to do. He's trying to say that, like, oh, well, hell in this verse, it's all relegated to the pride ring. It's the pride of humanity and their free will that makes it a reflection. And that actually, hell can be a good place and people are just good to each other. And here's the problem, bro. There are so many other verses that do that same stick and do it way better. Okay, like, this is the problem that I have. You're gonna do the 7 rings thing. You're gonna do the Dante's Inferno, and we'll cover Dante's Inferno in a second. I will give respect to the second too. But you're gonna do the entirety of the Dante's Inferno, the rings, but you're gonna relegate like all human sinners to just the pride ring. That's dumb. I don't really like that. I think it's really dumb world building. I really don't. And if you really like want me to be like a stick bad as I could do this. But this is the problem that I have with it. Most of them went through literal decades to centuries of suffering through hell, and they're just perfectly fine. Like they're just perfectly fine. I know the whole plot point of like Sam actually his soul is in tatters, and I'm like, yeah, bro, we have like a few episodes plot point of that, and then it was relatively fine. Like you see the point, the problem that I have, it's like they go like it's so bad we can barely describe it, and then it just seems to be like we're gonna describe it a little bit, and it's like hey, I don't know. I put it in it's meh. It's like a meh thing. It's bad 100%, but it lacks that sauce, lacks that creativity, and it's just bad place torches. That's what it feels like to me. And caves, a lot of caves, and there's a demon named Alice also in this put him in meh. The Black Farm. I will eventually do a Black Farm video, but I gotta do Doom first. I promise some more videos. It has to come first. So the Black Farm is a book universe created by creepypasta author Elias Withrow, and actually a published author. I don't want to undercut him like that. Elias Withrow has written Tommy Taffy, otherwise known as the Third Parent, the Black Farm, a Return to the Black Farm, and Feed the Pig. Feed the Pig, Black Farm, and Return to the Black Farm is the full 3-part series. Okay, you can read the first part for free on I think it's r/Scary Stories, and it's Feed the Pig. Feed the Pig is the first one. Creepcast did an amazing episode on it. That's what was my introduction. Watch that if you want to get into the story. And basically what it is that in this universe there is heaven and there is hell, and then there's the human plane. But there's one other place, and that is the Black Farm. At the beginning of all of creation, there was heaven. You had the whole rebellion between the devil and all of his angels, and then they got cast out and they created their domain. One problem that they ran into is that because free will and humanity were going hand in hand, and humanity was practicing free will, all of the bad guys and sinners go to hell, but all of the good people with given free will decided to be good, they would go to heaven. But the one place that they didn't know where to put were the people that, I don't know how I'm going to say this, that did Minecraft save quitting. The people that Minecraft save quit, they didn't know where to put them, because on one side, they took the gift of free will and they used it on themselves, basically disregarding the gift of life. But they don't firmly fit into the sinner placeholder, so they have to go somewhere but not to heaven, because they don't want people just cheating their way up there. So they created another domain, or another being, otherwise known as the Pig created this other domain known as the Black Farm. The Black Farm is where all of the souls go of people that did Minecraft save quit. They all go there, and they are given basically a little orientation once they get there. They're held in a room, they're chained up to the wall, and they're told by a man that I imagine sounds like Matthew McConaughey, and he goes in and basically says, "You, so you messed up, you took free will for granted, and you're gonna have to feed the pig, or you're gonna be living in the Black Farm, okay? The Black Farm is filled with these pig creatures that are kind of made in the image of you, but like way, way worse, because the pig envies God if he can't quite do what he can do. So it's a bunch of pig demons out around. Or if you don't want to live here for all eternity, you can try your chances with the pig. You go up to the pig, you feed yourself to the pig, and then the pig decides where you go. You either go back to Earth if you are a good person, and you go back to hell if you're a bad person. In the story, it says, well, if he thinks you taste good, you go up to Earth. If you taste bad, you go to hell. But it's like heavily inferred in the book that it's actually meant to be like a moral judgment of like how good you were as a person, whether you get a second chance or not. So those are your chances. Well, what if I want to stay in the Black Farm? Do not stay in the Black Farm. Absolutely do not stay in the Black Farm. I have now practiced that enough, and my son says, oh, how bad is it, brother? I literally, like, I can explain it in a few different ways. They have a place called the Needle Fields where they hang a bunch of people inside of the needle fields, and it's like bamboo growing out your entire body as you go higher and higher into the sky. And hopefully you somehow pass during that happening, and then you literally fall from the sky from an umbilical cord, and then you get picked up again by a pig demon named Muck. And Muck is awful. And Muck is going to do you very, very dirty. He'll probably turn you into a pet or something even worse. So, I'm going to be real, you wrote But I'm gonna say it's very scary. It messed me up really bad. Hell in Ultra Kill. Dude. Y'all were not kidding, dude. I thought Doom lore went hard, bro. Ultra Kill Hell lore kinda goes hard. So let me explain this to you. So inside of the world of Ultra Kill, Hell is filled up, and there's not enough spaces left. So a lot of the undead are going on to Earth, and you are one of the last things that is technically existing. If you are a robot that is fueled by a certain fueled by blood, there's just no other way to say it. So you go into Hell to slay demons or slay other things, and you go in and you're absolutely icing them, and you think to yourself, oh yeah, I'm basically Doom Guy, taking on the endless horde so I can finally take on the devil. Yeah, that's not what's going on. So, Hell is not a place as much as it is a person. Hell is the domain, but Hell in the person is also the domain. And when you're going through the different layers, you are essentially competing for its very entertainment. Every single time a demon is summoned for you to do battle with, it is summoned there so Hell can witness the battle. It loves the battle. It locks doors in front and behind you, so you have no choice but to engage in battle. You are nothing more than entertainment for the rider domain of Hell. And the only reason that you are still alive is because you give him entertainment. Compare that with like a Doomslayer, and Doomslayer is essentially a multiversal demigod level figure, and that all the demons are terrified of him, but inside of this verse, it's nothing more than entertainment for Hell itself. Scary. Scary, very cool concept, very different. I have to give it some respect. Does it unsettle me as much? No, it's just so metal that it's dull. So I'm gonna put it in scary. I think that's a fair one. Dante's Inferno. Okay. Dante's the Divine Comedy, Dante's Inferno, is one of the most influential pieces of. How do I say this? Because Dante's Inferno is not a religious book. It is not even really a pseudo-religious book. It is not even like a Enoch, which is like biblical DLC that's like not canon. It literally is just biblical fan fiction. I'm sorry, but somebody has to tell you this. The reason why the Catholic Church did not like Dante's Inferno, and they slandered the original person. Well, the person that wrote it was like a Satanist. No, he wasn't. He was a comedian. That's not a joke. He was like a playwright and a comedian. Brother, Dante's Inferno is not even
Oh,
joke.
God.
One of the funnier pieces, like one of the funnier pieces of literature that you can ever read into. If you go into it thinking that it's meant to be serious, there are multiple points in the novel where he endlessly lays his so hard on Italy is the single greatest place to ever live. Brother, I think you have also, I don't know, you just be saying it again. Dante's Inferno got heat at the time because he said that all of the popes go to hell regardless, and they do a human centipede in one of the layers of hell. One thing that I do think that's pretty cool is that they were the ones that started the whole 7 layers, and like seven is a pretty like prominent number, but the 7 layers of hell thing, yeah, that was very much pioneered by Dante's Inferno. It's nothing more than like biblical fan fiction. And he got so much heat for it because he was just roasting the Catholic Church over and over that they were like, oh yeah, man, he's a demon. Don't take anything he's saying seriously. Don't try to like go on like the commentary on it. Like don't look into any of their so like that's how I look at it. I look at it from the point of view of like it's a very like influential piece. I like that they like it, like there's some certain ideas that like other later pieces of fiction like also pioneered on top of it. I'm gonna put it. I mean, you gotta put it in a tier. You gotta put it in a top tier. You got to. You gotta put it in a top tier to give it the respect.
I don't want to,
like a piece of literature. I'm sorry. There's no other way
wow.
that you can cut that. I put it in a terrifying. I think that's a fair
Wow.
Dante's Inferno explained video in 12 minutes, maybe. It would be 12 minutes. I'm sorry.
I was wondering if that would happen.
When you can do a 3-hour breakdown on a novel that like unironically has like a runtime of 2 hours. And I mean that with respect. But oh my goodness, Dante's Inferno does not have that much meat on the bone. But it does have really cool illustrations that were done after the fact. The Doomverse. Woo! I get to tell you Doom lore before the Doom lore video. Consider this a trailer for the upcoming video. That is the 300K special, by the way. I literally went to the hospital as I was working on it. But we are back. So, how Hell
XP farming.
waiting right there, and they crossed it over, and it was absolutely no bueno. They go in, they absolutely conquer the entirety of Old Jerusalem, and then the demonic war of Prince Crusade begins anew, and all of the Abrahamic faiths kind of, more or less, kind of teamed up to take on the demons of Prince Crusade. Now, this is where things get kind of interesting. The only people that can go into the domain of hell within Prince Crusade are, like, basically the Primarchs of the Prince Crusade verse. And those are, I'm not kidding, genetically engineered clones of Jesus. Yes, there are multiple different Jesuses. Well, what's the plural of Jesus? Multiple different forms of Jesus inside of the form of the idol.
Oh, this isn't the right level.
And those are the only ones that can go inside of hell inside of this verse. And that's meant to call in that, like, when Jesus originally died, in some biblical literature it says that he went to hell, went down to hell, grabbed all of the sinners that existed before his coming, and then dragged them up into heaven. And that is meant to be a play on there.
That'd be cool.
The only one that can go in.
If
And that is so metal, by the way.
if Jesus, when he died, went down to hell and dragged all of the sinners before him up to heaven with him. Because I've always kind of wondered, like, he died for our sins, what about the sins before him? And that's the answer.
And I think the coolest aspect of it is that there's different ways that they can get around it. Like, for example, the most powerful demonic lord within the universe of Prince Crusade right now is Beelzebub, because Beelzebub is the demon of plague. So he will start plagues like the Tainted Grail and then send that into the trenches. And that is the way that he can build an influence. And it's kind of like Nurgle for him. I'm nerding out right now. Terrifying. Love it. So good. The Nether.
Another.
What was I saying? Oh yeah, the Nether. Okay, this is my thing about the Nether. It's kind of funny, but at the same time, kind of lazy. I don't know what to tell you, bro. Like I guess you can get into like Minecraft lore, and Minecraft lore is something that I hope I never have to cover on this channel. If I'm just being honest with you, my man. But like, it is kind of fun. Like, I was playing Minecraft with my brother a few days ago. My mom was watching, and I was like, "Oh yeah, my mom, there's like hell in Minecraft." What? What do you mean? And then we built a nether portal, and then she was like, "What is going on? I've never played the game now." And I was like, "Oh, I'm playing forever." And I kind of like, it's like, you got your zombie pigman, you got your gas, it's like all around, like netherite too, here and there, tons of gold. Or like if you were a Skydus Minecraft type of person, 2, 3. Bro, I am hungry right now, man. Here's the thing, dude. I put it in bed. It's fine, I guess. It's not as dumb as like legit top like OC Hellverse, but it's also like I put it in bed. It's pretty dope. It's pretty dope. I put it in bed. Hell inside of the Berserkers. This is kind of interesting. So, okay, so the devil inside of, or not the devil, or even like God technically inside of the universe of Berserk is something called the idea of evil. The idea of evil is kind of like a top form from Greylock, or kind of like a I'm trying to think of somebody's gonna bring it up in a second. What's something that doesn't exist unless a lot of people believe in it? And it's like this idea that humanity is like combined psionic beliefs together can create an entity out of thin air. That is essentially the idea of evil. The idea of evil is the combined idea of what humanity's like free will brings, and that creates the idea of evil, and thus a conscious entity that is evil. And what is the most evil thing that the idea or the devil can do? Like, what is something that the devil can do to make the most evil person possible? He goes up to somebody and says, "Do what thou wilt," and gives infinite power to be able to do it. And thus is the ultimate, like, personification of free will. He offers this to Griffin, and Griffin is ultimately the guy that chose to do everything, because that was him exercising his will. Now, if you go into
Yo.
like how hell is, it's more or less like an endless like cycle going down to a singular point that is like life and soul energy going from the heart. That is the idea of evil. This is what it personifies as. And I think that's such a metal idea that like all of the most evil things ever done, all the most evil same area as we do, but on a different dimensional plane. And it is essentially like all of like the anger, all of the strong emotions that is felt by all psionic beings. Kind of like humanity has like strong psionic force, which is why all of the chaos gods are evil. Because we more or less created the chaos gods off us kind of being evil, and that's why all the chaos gods are like, in a way, a reflection of
You
us,
look at that.
except for Slanesh, and Slanesh is more of a representation of the Eldar and the debauchery of the Eldar. A lot of lore is going on right now in this video that I may or may not be getting wrong here and there. But I like that it's a reflection of humanity, and it exists on the same, like this area as we do, but in a different dimensional plane. I think that's kind of a cool idea, but ultimately, bro, it doesn't work as much for me as something else that's on this list. I wish I could do it more justice, but ultimately, it just... Okay, let me say this. I'm putting it in scary in the same level as like an ultra kill, but one thing that I really do like about it is that they use it for space travel. I think that is the most metal thing I've ever heard, is that all hyperspace is literally us taking a hole puncher through hell, and every once in a while we lose a sip in hell. I think that's one of the most metal sci-fi elements of all time. However, there's one more that in that same vein I'm gonna bring up. Event Horizon. Dude, Event Horizon is a movie that was made way too soon. Event Horizon, if it were made today, would do such crazy numbers because the premise of a Sith that went missing because they actually made a hyperspeed core that when it punched through reality, it passed through a different reality, and they think it's like something like theoretical that like Einstein maybe thought of, but it's actually something darker than that, and it's actually hell itself, but that dimension corrupts all things, even the Sith. It causes the Sith to be almost like pseudo-haunted, and it's constantly pulling things back into this verse, including the Sith itself. And this is why it's more effective in my eyes. It's so much more in like an unknown way. Like it doesn't outright explain how it works to you, but it's just enough to bother you. I think when we're talking about horror and like a good way to make your horror lighter, we have like a few creepypasta authors, so I'm sorry if I ever go into like literary mode on you. But like the thing that is the enemy of horror is explanation. If you put words into describing something, you automatically limit the amount of fear that somebody can feel from it because they can assign words and meaning to something. I'm not saying you should be super like hilariously vague in how you explain things, but the thing that Event Horizon does very well is it explains enough to you, and it respects your imagination to fill in the blanks and make it even scarier. It's not that it like other stuff thinks you're dumb, but it actually
Yeah,
when you're looking at media that hyper-explains
that is
culture scary,
that's a lot
it's
so
not
far.
that it thinks the reader or the audience is dumb. It just thinks its ideas are better than any idea that you can come up with. Like, for example, if I'm writing something that is like a different dimension or a creature or like something like that, like a more of an abstract idea, I don't want to explain it because I know that I couldn't come up with the most terrifying concept possible, and I would rather you, throughout like your own brain, just give you the dots to fill in the blanks. fiction. I mean, brother, out of like the literal hundreds of thousands of stories in fiction that talk about like a war, a battle, or a conflict, it is kind of funny when you're watching it and you're like, yeah, dude, my guy's the good guy. I'm seeing Anakin Skywalker break like 13 different rules from the Geneva Convention. Or in this case scenario, I'm just gonna call it like the Naboo suggestions, dude. Like, dude, like actually name it. Like we have Anakin on here. But like, brother, before he even became, like, Darth Vader actually was like better at following the rules of war than Anakin Skywalker. Anakin broke the rules for fun, dude. He was a menace. But then that got me thinking, like, Daenerys Targaryen from Game of Thrones, dude. Like, don't get me wrong, what he did by the end of the series is bad, okay? It's bad, okay? Think of the women and children. Tywin Lannister wasn't thinking about the women and children, bro. He was, and bro, Tywin was on some timing in that series. But then that got me thinking again, what other characters throughout fiction do we kind of just gloss over that, like, bro, that is a war criminal. Like, that guy, like, no. That guy's a menace. Okay, in this video, we're going to be covering everybody from Daenerys Targaryen, Thanos, to Griffin, to Fire Lord Ozai, and I'm going to be ranking them on how much of a war criminal they are. Okay, and then, if you enjoy that, consider like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell icon to stay notified. We try to do 3 to 5 uploads a week. We are about to hit
Goodbye.
300,000